I would say with cases like this, in helping him make the detachment, you have to talk a lot less, right? If you want someone to detach from the level of money they have, I actually just made a like a short about this earlier because I was thinking about it. And there's been a really heavy reliance on reframes and analogies, right? Which is causing I would just say there's too heavy of a use of reframes and analogies. So in that moment, to make someone change, the idea it has to be theirs. Like they have to want to change and it has to feel like their idea. So a reframe and analogy a lot of times is going to be imposing a worldview on someone or trying to force a change in their perspective, right? And generally when that happens and we're trying to impose a worldview where we offer a perspective or an analogy, then at that point they're going to be slightly resistant to it. But it's like you probably asked them, at least I hope you did. Like it would be as simple as asking him that mindset. Like if you continue to keep this mindset of wanting to hold on to the money, right, and not actually spend it, do you think that's going to benefit you or hurt you long term? Right. And then it's just asking them natural questions like that eventually let them come to the conclusion like, no, I mean, it probably wouldn't benefit me. Okay, why not? And they're just getting them to expel it so they see that that belief is not a valid belief. And that's really that's the valid way to do a reframe or
Mm,
having someone actually change their perspective is getting them to come to the conclusion through questions. But we've kind of lost that
yeah,
over the course of sales, like the last 2 to 5 years, with all the analogies and reframes that have come through. So I would say, did you try something like that?
I did. But yes, like now that mentioned that, there will definitely be my mind's a bit skewed because that was my personal best in terms of call length. That was 5.5 hours, 5.5 hours long. I literally had a
Oh
five
my
and a half hours
god!
long Google Meet.
Oh my god! That's
Wow.
crazy.
Madness. A 5.5 hour long Google Meets call with this prospect. So I kind of cooked him I cooked my own brain as well in that call. But yes,
Yeah.
I did ask both questions and reframed analogies, but I would say my memory's not there. Maybe I made more statements than questions because
Okay. Let's
I
do
genuinely
this
wanted.
real quick. So if you are in high ticket sales and you are absolutely struggling with discovery, you don't know what to do during objections, or just your pitch is a little bit shaky. Overall, if you are having issues when it comes to taking money from your prospects, I want to help you. So what I want to show you is basically an entire school community that I have of closers who are there to excel and there to do better. So if you want help from discovery, pitch, objections to just general key skills, follow up, referrals, anything that you can think of, landing roles when it comes to real sales mastery, there is help for you in this free school community. And then there's also essentially a calendar of coaching calls that you can actually join as well, where we will help you directly to improve your sales. We'll role play, we'll do call reviews, pretty much everything that you would need to be successful in sales. Okay. So if you want to join that, you'll also be able to see some of my live sales calls. Just click the link below and I'll see you there. Bye bye.